Greetings, Inquisitor. Welcome to the Holocron. This is the week 122 update for the Darth Loquitur account. I update this account's progress weekly, going through all the characters, ship upgrades, mods, datacrons, whatever we're doing for the account, and you can follow along. Please remember as we get started, hit that like button. It helps me, it helps the channel. I'd appreciate it if you could do that for us. So let's check it out and see what happened in week number 122. Relic project for this week was Hermit Yoda, and we are indeed going to get him to a Relic 3. Now, we're not going to do what we did on Captain Han and just keep accidentally clicking the Relic button one time too many. So we don't get the Relic completion on this for the Jedi Knight Luke journey. We have that journey selected, but for whatever reason, it's not giving us the requirement met tag. So we go in here, we verify, we just make sure that Relic 3 is what we need. Take a look at our next relic target, which is Lando. He's going to need those med packs all over the place, and that's what we're short on. There won't be any problem to farm up his gear, but those med packs are going to be a problem. Going in here to the rest of the non-journey stuff that we're working on. Santa can get 6 stars. We can get a couple more upgrades on her, get her to gear 11. We're just waiting to get her 7th star. It'll take us a couple more weeks of farming her out of Cantina, I think, to get her to 7 stars. But we're pretty close. We should be able to start making use of some of these Jedi Knight Luke requirements here pretty quickly. Cara Dune, I think she's a key part of this team, so we go ahead and work on her a little bit. We've got Stormtrooper Han here that we could work on a little bit. So we'll just keep chipping away at that team. Then we're going to go take a look at the stuff for the gas journey here. Get a couple gear tiers onto the B2 battle droid. Keep working that up toward fitness for the gas journey. I go in here in fleet and I start looking around, and I want to build the Raven's Claw. I want to try to get a second Rebel fleet up and running. But without a commitment to Kyle Katarn, we really can't commit to that ship. So we just save all of our stuff and move on out of ships. For mods, the first thing we're going to do, we got this Hermit Yoda up and running now. We're going to try to get his mods. We do get a nice hit there on speed, so we take that mod to 25 speed. That's pretty good. His other mods are worth slicing. Maybe not the best mods I've ever had in my account, but they're worth slicing. So we're going to go ahead and take them up. We're going to put 2 hits on this to try to see if we can get speed. And we don't. 3 speed rolls at 6 dot blue means we can calibrate it once. If we get the 4th speed roll in this calibration, we can keep slicing it from here. We miss, and I just go ahead and keep the flat protection. It's not that great, but I kind of don't want the tenacity either. All right, last mod we're going to work on there. Get a couple misses on speed for that too. But that brings us up to 320 total speed on Hermit Yoda, so that's okay-ish. Would like to have him up around 330 if I could. That was my idea, but didn't quite get there. We still got 2 mods on him that can be worked on, though. For the rest of the mods, since we haven't been really farming mods that much, just slicing materials for the last few weeks, we only have a few mods in here that are worth, or only have a few new mods. A couple that I bought out of the shop, and a few that we got out of events. So we go ahead and work on those. Then we go into CLS, take a look at his stuff. We go into C3PO, build his mod to 6 dot. And take a look at the other stuff on C3PO. We go to Chewbacca. The mods here just aren't even good enough to slice. So he's kind of substandard, not where we want him. But also, we're not going to waste good slicing materials on mods that really aren't worth taking up. So kind of a shutdown overall on the mods this week. We got 1 hit on a 6 dot speed mod for Hermit Yoda, and other than that, an entire week of slicing materials went down the drain for no significant benefit. So I got to try to keep working up these mods, but I guess maybe after this week we'll go back to splitting that farm again. So week 122, Galactic Power's up to 5.83. We added 20,000 this week. 64 relics, 78 Zetas, 10 Omicrons, Squad Arena JMKs at the top 10. Fleet Arena Profundity Top 5. And GAC, we've officially dropped back to Erodium 2 now. So starting out this next week, a 3v3 will be back down in Erodium. Project for Relics, Lando, week 122. Next week, the farming plan, the same as it's been. We're still farming the same characters, the Sith Fighter to get those Mark IV comm links. Cantina, we're working on signal data and Sana and in mods. We're going to do 5 days on farming mods for speed and defense. And then I'm just going to start doing this thing where on the weekend, I'm just going to farm slicing materials on the weekend, farm mods all week, kind of do a 5 and 2 split. And we'll just, use that for a while and see if we like it. The refresh strategy is the same, 3 on everything. And then the shop strategy is the same, feeding the shard shop and just getting as many of the good purchases as we can. Now, for the last few weeks, and including the relic on the 3PO and Chewie, I got all of the gold parts. Always in the past, I could keep up with the purchases for the purple stuff out of the shop, and finishing out a character to relic to gear 13 meant finishing out the gold pieces that I needed to farm for that right side. But I noticed this not only on my Loquitur account, but also on the Obtisio account at the same time, that I'm getting to the point where the gold stuff is all farmed, and I'm still waiting on purple parts. And specifically, it's the med pack for the Loquitur account, and it's the security scanners for the Obtisio account. Although I don't have that many security scanners on the Loquitur account either, and I think that's holding me up to the extent that I've actually had to farm those pieces to finish out the relics and keep the relic cycles on track. But in hindsight, this week I was looking back, I was farming some of those med packs, and I thought to myself, well, if I didn't farm these med packs, then, for example, I'm planning to do, I got 2 relics 2 weeks ago, then I got a relic this week, and I can get Lando next week. That would be 4 relics in 3 weeks. And that seems nice, and it, keeps the pace of the relics going into the account at a high rate. But I think it's smarter if instead that I really just wait for those purple pieces to come out of the shops. I know that it might slow the journey down. Maybe I won't get Lando next week if I'm just waiting on all those med packs out of the shop. But while I'm waiting on the med packs, then what I can do instead is I can use my fleet energy and go to that 3C node on Fleet Normal 3C, which gives you the hollow lenses. It's a good farm node to farm. It's got pretty good gear on it. It's also got the Mark VI syringes and things like that. So I could just farm that 3C node and farm up a bunch of hollow lenses, wait on the shops to give me the purples, and just go ahead and delay the relic a little bit. But that I'm going to have to do that to get Zimbiddle cards to get higher relic characters anyway. So I think what I'm going to do here, at least in the coming few weeks, I'm not going to push the relic farms faster by farming those purples. I'm really just going to wait for them out of the shop. And every time I get caught up on farming those gold materials, I'm just going to go to 3C, farm the hollow lenses, and make some middle cards. And then if I do decide to take my JMK team up to Relic 7 or CLS team to Relic 7 if I want to do more ROTE missions with them, and then all those Zimbiddle cards will be in the account, and I won't have to go find them somewhere else or farm them up at the time that I want them. So I think that overall is going to be a better strategy for me. So no more farming purples, just farming golds, working toward the Zimbiddles. Again, the 2023 plan, we're going to finish out that Jedi Knight Luke journey. We'll fit a Sana in there somewhere. We're going to grab for gas somewhere along the way for Jabba. And then we'll get Jabba the Hutt going. And then after Jabba the Hutt, we'll take a look at things like Afra. Probably, if I do anything between Jabba and JML, it'll probably just be one team like Afra, or maybe just strengthening other teams. We'll see. May look to the Starkiller journey, but then probably look to go right into JML as a 4th GL. That's the plan for 2023, and that's going to wrap up the week 122 update for this account. Thank you for watching. Please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Use your like saber, get that thing cut in half. And subscribe if you want to watch more like this in the future. And, of course, the link to our Discord is down below. We've got a fantastic Discord community, a lot of good conversations over there. There's an Ask Loquitur channel, so if you have anything specific that you want to ask, you can run over there and put your question up, and I'll get to it when I can. Or otherwise, just drop it in the general chat, and somebody will help you. We got a lot of helpful people over on the channel. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.